Hey guys, YouTuber 100 here. Alright, and I figured for this video, I figured I would do something pretty cool for you guys. Yeah. As you can probably see, around me, I do like, collecting action figures a lot. You may have, seen, do have, a whole bunch of, action figures in here, and even, I've shown you guys some others in some videos that I have done. Yeah, and I figure for this video, I would kind of show you guys a set of action figures that I have been collecting. Like I just started recently collecting these. Yeah, for this video, what I figured I would do for you guys is I would show you guys my set of the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Automorphin figures. Yeah, yeah, I just recently started to collect these again. Growing up, I did actually have these toys, but yeah, I only had a few of them because when me and my brother were really young, our younger sister ended up getting to them and kind of chewed them up, and only a few survived. Yeah, so I only had a few of these to play with when I was a kid. Yeah, and I didn't really have all of them. But just recently, I figured that I wanted to actually start to collect them again, and so I could actually have the entire set. Yeah, and that's what I did. And yeah, just recently I finally did get the entire original set, like the Series 1 Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Automorphin figures. And yeah, you can see that I actually do have them just right here. Yeah, this is the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Automorphing figure set. Yeah, so I figured for this video, I would actually just kind of just do a video to show them to you guys and kind of just go through each one for you guys. So yeah, so that is what I'm going to be doing in this video. I really am trying to collect all the sets of when the Power Rangers did have the automorphing figure lineup, or flip heads also, as they're referred to, because yeah, of course, what these figures were known for was how you could really flip them, flip their heads to actually morph them from their a human head to their ranger helmet. Yeah, so they also have been labeled as the flip heads over the years as well. Yeah, and I am trying to collect all the sets. Well, at least the ones that really are were the more popular ones. Yeah, I am trying to collect the popular figures out there. There is one set that I really don't really care to get, but yeah, the other ones I really do want as well. Yeah, but I finally have now gotten the entire original set of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Automorphing figures. Yeah, and so yeah, so I figured for this video I would actually show them to you guys. All right, so yeah, so I guess I'll just start showing you guys them. All right, so let's start off with the original Red Ranger. Yeah, right here we have the Red Ranger, Jason. Yeah, I'll flip his head to show you guys his human form. Yeah, this is Jason, the original Red Ranger. Yeah, and yeah, and yeah, and I really do like this. This was one that I actually did not have when I was younger. Jason was one of the ones that did not survive my sister's chewing up when I was really young. Yeah, but I am glad that I finally do have the Jason figure. Yeah, and as you can see, his head, it does look really good. It looks just about really identical to Austin St. John, who played Jason. Yeah, so I really do like the Jason figure. Yeah, and it is a really cool figure. Yeah. Now, yeah, one of the things that some people really did not really care about for these figures was that the they did have their power coin symbol on their chest, and of course in the show they did not have the power coin symbols on their chest. So yeah, so that was something that a lot of people really were not too fond of for these figures. They always did that for all the original Mighty Morphin Power Ranger figures. For some reason they always put the Dino coin symbol on the chest. I'm not really too sure why they did that. Yeah. But yeah, as you can see, this figure, it is actually in pretty good condition. I really tried to find all these figures in the best condition I could find. And yeah, and it is in pretty good condition. Like, it does have like a little bit of a wear to the red areas, but yeah, it's nothing like too bad. Like, it's not like totally like beaten down and like paintwork is destroyed. And as you can see, like with the Tyrannosaurus power coin symbol on there, like it is still like completely visible. Yeah. So yeah. So despite like the minor wear that this figure does have, like yeah, I am still happy that I got it. Like, it really is not in very bad condition. Yeah. And as you can see, Jason does come with the power sword. Yeah, he's got the power sword. Of course, like each of the Rangers, like did like come with like their special weapons. Yeah, and they also did have like the blade blaster or like a power blaster or whatever people wanted to call it. Because yeah, like the blasters were kind of like identified with like a few different names. Yeah, but each ranger does have like their blade blaster or power blaster or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So yeah, and each ranger does also have like a holster for the blade blaster to go in. Like yeah, you can just place the power blaster in the holster, and yeah, and it fits perfectly. And of course, you can also put it in the ranger's hands, like and as a like so like you can actually put it in their hand like this. Yeah. So yeah, I'm glad that finally now I can have Jason because yeah, as I said, he was one of the ones that I like did not survive my sister's chewing up. So yeah, so I am glad that I do have Jason now. Yeah, and as I said, the head sculpt does look pretty good. Yeah, and to morph him, you just like press the buckle down here, and you just morph Tyrannosaurus, just like that. So yeah, so so that's Jason. It does look pretty good. All right. We'll just set Jason aside for now. Yeah. Okay. Up next, for the next Ranger, next we'll show you the Black Ranger. Right here is Zach. I'll show you guys his head sculpt. Yeah, this is Zach right here. Yeah, and once again, he does look pretty good too. Like, it does look a lot like a Walter Jones who played Zach. Yeah, so yeah, he does look pretty good as well. The only kind of sort of gripe that I kind of have is his face. Like, if you take a look at his face, like he does kind of like have a serious look on his face, and Zach really didn't have like serious looks like that. Like, Zach was always kind of like more of like an upbeat guy. So yeah, like I think his face does look too serious here, and that is really like all the Rangers with their human heads. They do kind of like have serious looks on their faces, and I'm not really too sure why. Yeah, but yeah, it's not really a huge deal. Like, yeah, Zach does still look pretty good. Like, once again, just like Jason, you can see like it is like in pretty good condition. No like scratches, and all the paint is there. You see like the diamonds on like the gloves and the boots. Like, it's all there. Yeah, yeah. And Zach, of course, let's have the mastodon symbol or power coin on his chest. Yeah, and you can see he also does come with the power axe, which was also a pretty cool weapon here, and he does have the blaster as well. Yeah. So so I really do like Zach. Zach was one of the figures that I actually did have when I was a kid. He was one of the ones that did survive my sister's chewing. So yeah, so I did have a Zach to play with when I was a kid. But yeah, it was in kind of a rough condition. But yeah, this is actually like in pretty good condition. Yeah, and I am glad that I do have Zach like in a really great condition. Yeah, just give you guys another look at the power act right here. Like, it does look pretty good. Yeah, and like I said, it does have the blade blaster. Yeah, and yeah, I really do like that. I really do have a Zach figure that is in really good condition. Yeah, and I'll just show you his morph, Mastodon. So yeah, I'm glad that I do have this. All right. Moving on. Next up, I'll show you my Pink Ranger. Yeah, you have the Pink Ranger Kimberly. Yeah. I'm glad to have this one, of course, and I'll show you Kimberly's head sculpt. Yeah, yeah. This is Kimberly right here, and and I'm sure like for a lot of people that did watch the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers growing up, of course, Kimberly was like pretty much every kid's first crush. Like, yeah, everybody just loved Kimberly. Yeah, and yeah, and the head sculpt I guess looks all right. Like I'm not really sure like if this could really like this really does really have much of a resemblance to Amy Jo Johnson who played Kimberly. Like it doesn't, but it could be worse. So yeah, it's not like it doesn't like completely not resemble Amy Jo Johnson. So I think it looks fine. And plus, yeah, Kimberly still does have like her pink headband up here. Yeah, yeah, and Kimberly was like another one that did not survive my sister's chewing. Yeah, so I did not have Kimberly. So I really am glad that I do have her. Like, I did not have either of the female rangers for toys. Yeah, neither one survived my sister's chewing, and neither did Jason. So yeah, so the only ones I really did have were black, blue, and green. Yeah. So yeah, so I won't like harp on like the story of my sister's chewing anymore. Yeah. But yeah, Kimberly Pink Ranger, as you can see, in a pretty good condition once again. Like all the paint for the pink diamonds on the boots and gloves are still there. Yeah, and as you can see, Kimberly does have the power bow. I'll just show this to you to uh, so you can get a better look at it. Yeah, here's the power bow. Yeah, find it kind of strange that like it's a bow, but yet it doesn't include the arrow with it. So yeah, I do find that like kind of odd that it's just the bow itself. Yeah, but yeah, and as you can see, Kimberly does have the pterodactyl power coin symbol on her chest. Yeah, and of course she once again does have the power blaster. Yeah, yeah, and I am glad that I do actually have a Kimberly. Finally, yeah, and I'll just morph her for you guys now. Pterodactyl. Yep. So that's Kimberly. Yeah, and as you can see, like the helmet, it does look pretty good also. No sort of dings or scratches or anything on the helmet. Yeah, no like serious damage to the helmet. So yeah. So well, yeah. So yeah, I'm glad to finally have Kimberly. All right. Now moving on, I'll show you the Blue Ranger. Show you Blue Ranger Billy right here. Yeah. Show you his head sculpt. Oh, yeah, this is Billy's head right here. Yeah, and yeah, Billy does look pretty good. Yeah, with the glasses and everything, like it does look a lot like Billy. And yeah, Billy also does look pretty good as well. Like yeah, you can see there's not really any real damage to this figure, and yeah, and it does look pretty good. Yeah, yeah, and of course, Billy does have the Triceratops power coin symbol on his chest. Yeah, and as you can see, he also does come with the power lance. He does have like the power lance. Yeah, and then yeah, and it's apart right now. I prefer it apart as opposed to it being together because like when you put it together, it just really looks like kind of weird in his hand. And plus, yeah, it is kind of a chore to really put it together because it goes together kind of odd. Yeah, so I prefer to keep it apart like this. So yeah, so I don't really plan to put it together, but yeah, it does look yeah, it is cool. Yeah, and as you can see, Billy does also have the blaster as well. Yeah, I'll just show you the power lance, like give you a better look at it. I'll take it out of Billy's hands here. Yeah, here's the power lance right here. Yeah, it does look pretty cool. Yeah, it just goes together like really like a weird, and it doesn't really like look right. And plus, yeah, like I said, it's a chore to kind of put it together because oftentimes like you really do have to press it in, and because of like how small it is kind of hard to put it in there. Yeah, but yeah, here's the power lance right here. Yeah. And once again, Billy does look pretty good, and yeah, I'll morph him for you guys. Triceratops. So yeah, so there's Billy. All right, and now moving on up next, show you Yellow Ranger. This is the Yellow Ranger Trini right here. I'll unmorph her for you guys. Show you her head sculpt. Yeah, here's Trini right here. Yeah, and as far as her head goes, it I don't think that it really does have much resemblance to Tui Trang, who played Trini. Yeah, this is probably the one that like resembles like the real life actress or actor the least out of all these Ranger figures. Yeah, but it's still like it doesn't look awful. Like I have seen worse. Yeah, so it's not really the worst thing in the world. Yeah, and yeah, and Trini does look like the paint on her does look pretty good as well. Like no, don't really see any like real damage on this figure. Yeah, so it is once again in pretty great condition. Yeah, and I am glad to really have Trini finally. Yeah, and as you can see, she also does have the power daggers. Yeah, and they really do fit in her hands like pretty good. Like off like for some of these figures, like the weapons will fall out of their hands from time to on occasion. But yeah, the power daggers really do stay in Trini's hands pretty good. Yeah, so I am glad that like they're just very snug in Trini's hands. Yeah, I'll just show you. I'll take them out of Trini's hands to show you guys a better look at them. Yeah, yeah. Here are the power daggers. Yeah, pretty cool weapons here. Yeah, and Trini also does come with the power blaster. Yeah, I am really just glad to finally own Trini as well. Yeah, and so yeah, and then I'll just morph for you guys. Saber-tooth tiger. Yeah. Yeah, so that's Trini, yeah. And of course, like she does also have the saber-tooth tiger power coin symbol on there as well. Yeah. So there's Trini. And yeah, and finally, to end it, like the final ranger in the original lineup is of course the Green Ranger Tommy. Yeah, so of course like Tommy just being so beloved, like of course like yeah, people of course like do love the Green Ranger. And it is really just a really cool figure as well. Like, yeah, it even came with the shield, of course. Though as if you've seen like a lot of videos about these figures, you do know that like the shield for this figure really is not very good because it just very easily falls off. Just the smallest touch can really like make it come off. It just really doesn't stay on very well. So this shield really will fall off a lot. So yeah, it is like a kind of like a I don't know what they really did with this figure, but yeah, the shield really just like was not. It looked durable, but yeah, it just like will fall off very easily. Yeah, and of course like you're gonna have to remove the shield in order to like a morph and demorph Tommy. Yeah, but yeah, I'll show you guys. He's a Tommy's a head sculpt. Yeah, this is Tommy right here. And it doesn't really look very bad. Like the hair being brown. Like I really don't really agree with that because Tommy's hair was really more black than it was brown. That's how I saw it. So yeah, I really felt that they probably should have made his hair darker here. Yeah, but yeah, it is. It does still like a. It is still a pretty cool head sculpt. Yeah, you as you can see, Tommy does still come with the dragon dagger. And he also does have a power blaster as well. But yeah, of course, like in the show, like Tommy didn't have a power blaster. Like his holster was just for his dagger. He didn't actually have a blaster. Yeah, so they did kind of mess up on that one. I'm not really too sure like why they did give Tommy a blaster for these figures. Yeah. But yeah, Tommy, like Green Ranger, he does look pretty good. But like yeah, you can see like no real damage to the green paint at all. Yeah, and it does look like in pretty great condition. Yeah, and as you can see, like on Tommy's chest, they gave him like a special power coin symbol. They didn't give him like the footprint design that like his power coin had in the show. It's just like like the head of Titanus on Tommy's chest. Yeah, so they gave him like a different a symbol on his chest. Yeah, and yeah, and and yeah, and I guess I'll just like also show you guys like a better look at the dragon dagger here. Yeah, really cool. Yeah. And then yeah, then I'll just morph Tommy for you guys. Yeah, Dragon Zord. Yeah, and there we go. That's Tommy. Yeah, and just to think that it's now been like over like 9 months since he passed away. Yeah, so just wow. Yeah, all right. So yeah, and just yeah, and I'll just put the shield back on for you guys. Yeah, and yeah, and there we go. And there's Tommy right there. So yeah, so that is the original set of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Automorphin figures. Yeah, and one of the cool things also about having these figures is like when you have them all, like with the weapons, you can actually create the power blaster with the weapons. Yeah, and that of course is pretty cool. Also, I'll even like just put it together for you guys just to show you. So as I was showing you guys the weapons, like you may notice that like they do have like some pegs and stuff on them, particularly like with the power bow. You see like all these pegs on the power bow. It is like for the power daggers and the power lance to go on it, like it was in the show. Yeah. So yeah, so yeah, so you just assemble the power blaster together. Like you see like the power axe right here, like on the end, like right here, it does have a peg right here. And that is like where the power bow does go. So the power bow just goes on like this right there. Yeah, then you then like have the power daggers and the power lance go on as well. Well, yeah, so I'll just put those on for you guys. All right, so yeah, so the, yeah, that here's are the power daggers and the power lance to go on right here. And then of course the power sword went on the very top, like so. Yeah, yeah. And there you go. That is the power blaster. Yeah, so that is like pretty cool that you can actually like assemble the power blaster. Oh, sword is kind of like getting a little bit crooked. Yeah, it is pretty cool that like you can actually like make the power blaster with the weapons if you have all the rangers. So yeah, so it really does give you like a good reason to really collect all of the rangers. Yeah. So yeah, so it is pretty cool that you can actually make this when you have all the rangers. Yeah, yeah. So those are the original set of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers automorphing figures. Yeah, they are like really cool figures, and yeah, and I'm sure like they're like on every Power Ranger fan's agenda to collect because yeah, they really are like some of the most popular Power Ranger figures there are. So yeah, so I'm sure that like there are a lot of people that are a lot of Power Ranger fans that are really clamoring for these. Yeah, and I am just glad that I do finally have the entire original set of these figures. Yeah, because yeah, they're just like really awesome, and yeah, and I really have like been wanting to get them for a very long time, and I am glad that I finally do have the entire original set. Yeah. And they are like pretty easy to find as well. Like I got each one of these figures on eBay for like around like 15 to 20 bucks a piece. So yeah, so they are like a very easy to come by. Yeah. So they really are like really easy to find and really yeah, cool to really like add to your collection. So yeah, so if you find any of these, yeah, you should. If you want any of these, you really shouldn't have any trouble finding them, and yeah, and they will like be pretty cheap to find. So yeah, so so if you're a Power Ranger fan, I really do definitely recommend collecting these figures because yeah, they are really are just like really cool figures. Yeah. So yeah, so I guess this is the best way I can put it. All right, so those are so yeah, so that's my collection of the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Automorphing figures. Yeah, so I hope you guys did enjoy it. Yeah, and I am also like I said, I'm trying to collect a lot of the sets as well. I am also like trying to find the set of Series 2 figures, which I have already collected a couple of them, but yeah, I am still after the other ones the series 2 figures are like harder to come by and they're more expensive. Like that's Tommy is the White Ranger, Rocky is the Red Ranger, Aisha is the Yellow Ranger, and Adam is the Black Ranger. So yeah, so those are more hard to find and they're more expensive. Like I have already found a couple of them, yeah, but I'm gonna wait until I actually do find like all of them to make like a video to show those figures to you guys. Yeah, and I am also after like a couple of other sets as well. I also do want to collect that special metallic Ica Ranger set of automorphing figures. Yeah, and also I may also collect the Zeo figures as well. Yeah, so yeah, when I get those figures, when I collect all those, I'll make videos to show those to you guys as well. Yeah, but yeah, but this has been my set of the original Series 1 Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Automorphin figures, yeah. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video, yeah, and stay tuned as I have more stuff coming for you guys, yeah. Now that we're approaching kind of like the middle of September, like with it being September, I do want to make a retro Unforgiven review this month. So yeah, so I'll probably have like a retro Unforgiven review coming probably sometime this week. So stay tuned for that coming. All right, but I hope you guys did enjoy this video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.